A brain monster cake. Yes, that's what we are creating today, you guys. I wanted to make a brain cake, but then I wanted to make it a monster also. And this is a creature that was born from those two thoughts. It is gross, you guys. And that green slime coming out of its mouth, that's a special kind of disgusting. So let's get started. Now, like I said, in the next 3 videos, you're not going to see my face because I'm shooting these videos all on the same day and it's 118 degrees. I'm turning off my air conditioning for the amount of time that it takes to shoot these videos, then it's going back on and I'm going to go back to living my life in the climate crisis that we all created together. So I'm starting off by stacking my cakes. I think I have a 10-inch and 9-inch round cake going on top of each other. We got some buttercream in the middle and then I'm going to start to carve this baby. Now, like I said, I just wanted to create a brain cake, and halfway through the cake decorating process, I started to draw all of the creatures that I want to create for Halloween, and I decided to just turn this into a creature as well. And so this was my drawing of what I wanted to create. It really is a brain monster. Now, if you want to see an awesome brain cake, you've already seen it. It's on Yolanda Gamp's channel. Her brain cake is astonishing. This is not that kind of cake though. If you put my cake side to side with Yolanda Gamp's awesome brain cake, you could use it like as a PSA. Like, this is your brain. This is your brain on drugs. Don't do drugs, kids. So I carved my brain cake. I really hate how much cake I had to carve away, but it was necessary. And then I just started to ice my entire cake. You guys can't tell, but my camera, I don't know why, I've only had it probably for like 4 years and now it's just cutting in and out. You have no idea how frustrating it was to make this cake with this camera. There's so much of this footage that is lost because this camera shut off and I didn't realize it. So I'm gonna cover my entire cake with a piece of fondant. Just cover the entire thing. It's a really thin piece of fondant. I'm doing a really thin piece of fondant because there's gonna be a ton of fondant that goes on here. Can we talk about that mess that's on the bottom of my cake? But it's okay, you won't see it after. So after I finished covering that, I started to add all of the tubes. I didn't do a perfect job, but I didn't want to do a perfect job because I knew that this was going to be a monster and not a perfect recreation of the brain. And so I wanted the tubes to be kind of messed up. After that, I started to work on the jaw of the monster. I tried to stick to my drawing, but I altered it a lot when I was just working with the fondant, and I kind of liked the shapes I was creating, and so I was like, okay, it's not going to look exactly like my drawing, but I'm liking how this is evolving. I placed it at the front of my brain, just like that. Oh gosh, it looks disgusting already. And then I just added more fondant to create the eyes and the mouth. I'm kind of curious, what would you name this guy? I want to say Brainiac, but then, you know, I feel like that's too on the nose. How about Marvin? I think Marvin is a great name for a brain creature. Do you guys think you can come up with like a scientific animal name for this cake? Because I'm not smart enough to do that, but I'm pretty sure you guys are. After I added the eyes, I really started to change the face of this cake from my drawing. There were a lot of things that I just felt I wanted to incorporate. I really wanted this really tubey looking upper brow. But while I sat on the design, I started to paint my cake with some red food coloring. I had a little bit of piping gel mixed in with the red food coloring, so it would just stay shiny like it was fresh out of somebody's head. Then I started to add some detail to the eyes and the face of my creature. I really like the way this looks. It's so creepy. When did I become obsessed with things that look like this? I don't know. Now the yellow is just to make it look a little jaundiced, like it's got some sort of infection that never quite healed. He was supposed to go to the pharmacy to get the antibiotics that the doctor prescribed, but he never did, and that's what happened. His skin started to turn yellow. That's why you should follow the doctors and scientists and wear a mask. This is a PSA. Now originally I imagined that this burrowed into the back of somebody's head and then controlled the person, but now I'm thinking that a parasite actually gets into the person's brain and turns it into this creature, and then the head explodes and this creature comes out. Where do these thoughts come from? I don't know, but they're pretty amazing. I decided to add more detail to my cake after I painted it. The detail that I started adding after was inspired by the monster in Cloverfield. I just loved all of the different things that were hanging off of it. I don't even know what they were for, if they were ears or listening devices, but I just thought that they looked really cool on the creature, and so I tried to mimic that sort of effect on my brain cake. Now, as you can see, I was supposed to show you how I painted them, but I lost the footage because of this stupid camera. Thank you, camera. You are the bane of my existence right now. And then I added the claws. Oh gosh, I wish I could show you how to do that, but again, this camera sucks. Now I'm adding some more gore with a little bit of red food coloring and piping gel. And notice that I had to move my cake board onto a larger cake board so I could account for all of the spider looking crab-like things that I got on this creature. Then I just started to decorate the whole thing with some slime. You know, this guy's slimy. I don't know what kind of slime that is. That looks very diseased. Probably a little bit coronavirus just like hanging around in that green slime. Looks really creepy. And that was the intention. And voila, my disgusting brain monster was complete. Now I have a hypothetical for you guys. What is the least amount of money I would need to give you to put you in a room with this creature? You get any weapon you want, you have to kill it, and then you have to eat the entire thing. It won't give you a disease, it won't kill you, you won't get sick, but you do need to eat the whole thing. And yes, it is as chewy and as slimy as you think it is. I would say I would do it for like 5 million, probably. You know, spend $10,000 washing my mouth out, rinsing my insides, and then like 100,000 on therapy. And then the rest of it, just use it to live my best life. Halloween is starting early this year because of the pandemic. I am just sick and tired of everything that's going on, and I'm just going to just do Halloween stuff because it's my favorite thing to do. Let me know in the comments if you have ideas for what you want to see me create next, and I'll see you guys very soon. I love you. Bye.